Hello stars, welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. I'm a reader and a writer, and I have just been really into reading again lately, and for over 6 months, I hadn't been able to finish a book. I have multiple books that I started and just couldn't finish, and I don't know why. I don't know what the problem was, but I had to kind of switch up genre. Usually I read fantasy, but lately I've been reading a lot of contemporary romance because that's the first thing that I was able to finish. So if you guys have watched the last few reading vlogs, you kind of know how this goes. My reading vlogs, they're all reactions, there are no spoilers. I won't tell you what's happening in the book I'm reading. So I preferenced this last week, but I'm not gonna make you go watch that video to understand what's going on here. So I'm going on vacation. We leave tomorrow. My vacation is going out to visit my entire extended family on my dad's side. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time to just sit here and talk to you guys. None of my extended family really knows that I do YouTube or anything for fun. I don't record in front of any of my family, so this is going to be harder. I don't know how this week is gonna go, how long this video is gonna be. I know when we get there, for the first few days, I'm gonna be sharing a room with my brother, my sister-in-law, my dad, and my stepmom. And then I think after a few days we'll spread out, so I don't know if that means I'm gonna have my own room or if I'm just gonna be sharing with somebody else, whether that's a cousin or something, I'm not entirely sure. But I wanted to start this while I was still at home and before things got chaotic. Typically, a lot of my family will go golfing or fishing. If it's fishing, it's just usually the men. I enjoy fishing, I just don't have a fishing license, which is why I don't go. I also don't like eating the fish, and if I fish, then I feel like I need to eat the fish. So if I don't fish, then I can say no to the fish. Wow. But golfing, usually everyone goes. Sometimes my sister-in-law will stay back with me. Sometimes she'll go. It's completely up to her. But if there's only the two of us in the house, I can run off somewhere and chat to you guys. But I'm hoping I get my own room eventually, and I'm hoping they go golfing lots. I wanted to just start this by showing you guys the books that I'm bringing along. I don't know if I'm going to read all of these. I don't know how far I'm gonna get, but these are the books I have. There's a hole in my wall. I didn't know that was there. So the 3 books that I have bought to read during this week while I am gone. I'm gone from the 1st to the 8th. Tomorrow is the 1st. We're leaving at 7 a.m. There's an 8-hour road trip, so I will be reading in the car. This, first off, Hopeless by Elsie Silver. It is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series. Flawless, the first in the Chestnut Spring series, is what brought me out of my reading slump. So I am kind of scared to finish the series, but I'm also really excited for Beau's story. I'm also nervous though because this is typically people's least favorite in the series. Something I've heard is that they feel like the 2 main characters were kind of pushed together, like they weren't really meant to be together, they were kind of forced together. So I'm nervous about that, but after reading the last few books, I'm really excited to see Beau's story, and I'm actually really excited for Bailey as well because we've seen her in the other books. She hasn't been a huge part of it, but we've seen her, and so I'm excited to see who she is and kind of what her life is like. This will be the first book. I think I'm gonna start this later today because I'm just so excited for it, and I will also be reading this in the car. And since I love Elsie Silver so much and that Chestnut Spring series is coming to an end, I decided to get another Elsie Silver book. I decided to go for Rosehill. I was gonna do Gold Rush Ranch, but I know this one's more found family. I searched it up, I did some research. This one's more found family. People tend to like the Rosehill series more. And I know Gold Rush is her first series she put out, so it's a bit more amateur writing, or so I've heard. I don't really care about that. I'll read it eventually, but it's the found family that really sold me. I want that again. So Wild Love, I bought to read. This is the deluxe version, so I have a digital signature from her in here, which is kind of cool. But yes, Wild Love. And then I figured I was gonna get through 2 books in the week I'm gone, so I also bought Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, which is just the 2nd in the Rosehill series. Once again, deluxe, so I have a digital signature in here. They put a sticker on the back, which I don't like. I took it off, but it's now sticky and I don't like it. So basically the reading vlog will be based on these 3 books. Always really depends on the size of the book, how into the book I am, and how much time I have. Sometimes my family likes to stick around a lot and not go anywhere and then drag me into playing yard games with them. So, yeah. I am not drinking this time. Usually we bring alcohol out there to drink. I am legal, FYI, I am 21. I am also in Canada, so legal age here is 18, legal age where I'm going is 19. That's it for now. I will see you guys as soon as I start the book. Once again, all reactions, no spoilers. I will not be telling you what's happening in these books. You just get to know what I'm feeling during that moment. To be honest, I have no interest in waiting to read this book, so I have ordered food. Food is on the way. I'm going on vacation for a week starting tomorrow, and my 2 roommates are going on vacation for the weekend starting tomorrow, so we don't have food in the house. We didn't keep food because we're not going to be here, so I needed to order food. That was why. I'm justifying it. I read the preview that was in Reckless. By the way, if you guys don't know this series, it's Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, and Reckless, and then Hopeless. FYI, it was only partway through chapter 1 that we got in the snippet. Okay. Just about to start chapter 4, but let's recap. I understand, even just from this, where everyone's coming from. Initially, I thought that it was going to be because there wasn't enough, like, tension or something, like they didn't seem like they were really attracted towards each other. That's not the case. I had noticed, that's why, because I didn't quite believe it, in earlier books, there were some one-liners about Bo watching Bailey, just as she works, just, kind of looking out for her. This book starts very quickly. Like, quick, but not quick. I just almost wish the beginning was slower, like, slowed down, stayed in a moment, stayed in, like, just a course of a couple days. Right now, I think we're passing through a few weeks pretty quickly, and just kind of basically outlining the routine Bo gets into by staying at Bailey's bar. We haven't gotten to the main premise of this book at all yet. Like, it is still the beginning. That's why I say it's kind of slow, but also kind of fast. It's okay. So this is the first book where the characters knew each other before the start of the book. Like, every other book, during the start, the first few chapters was the characters meeting for the first time. Obviously, they grew up in the same town. They knew each other from the get-go, but they never really talked. And I wish it was slowed down and them kind of getting to know each other. It's like, it almost feels like they're trying to heal Bo before this whole thing starts, this whole relationship thing starts. I don't think that needs to happen, because Bailey seems to be a safe space for him right now. And I kind of wish we watched that safe place grow a bit more. Beforehand, it was just like, yeah, he came to the bar, oh yeah, he's at the bar again, he got too drunk at the bar. We don't really get to see them interact at all. I wish we saw them interact and just them watching each other a bit more, maybe talking a bit more, because it feels very quick. Like, we're not really getting the setup that we would have gotten, the earlier tension, the earlier of them getting to know each other beforehand. Let me actually rewind. Powerless, they also knew each other. They're childhood friends, but there was still that line where it was like, don't cross that line, they're a friend. But we did also get one of the beginning chapters of the first time they met, Sloane's first memory of seeing Jasper. I don't know if we saw it through Jasper's point of view, I can't remember, but that was the first chapter. See what people are talking about now. I wish it was slower, but I'll keep you updated the farther I get into the book. Okay. I must say, I do like the protective aspect of Bo. That's what I was hoping for in this book, because he's always been the happy-go-lucky guy, but he's a military man. He was special ops. He He is a powerful man. He very, very much so knows how to kill someone, but he's happy. Nobody really thinks about it because he was always such a friendly person. So the protectiveness and like that, all that lethal energy coming out, that's what I love to see. I personally am going to pretend the beginning of this book didn't happen. And I'm just going to go off of their interactions from earlier books that we've seen, because that's just personally what I would like. It felt like the beginning of this book was like a recap. Like, yeah, this happened, this happened, this happened. Like, oh, you already know what happens there. We're just passing through. Remember all this time that they got together, they got to know each other. That's kind of what it felt like. Okay, I am on chapter 8. It's about 4:30 now. Oh, you son of a bitch. This is why I was saying that. My tassel fell off. I'm gonna stop reading for now. I'm gonna save the rest for the trip because, again, 8 hours in a car, what I do is read. So we're gonna wait until I have nothing else to do. I'm gonna entertain myself in other ways for the rest of today. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I will probably get up and talk to you guys before my brother actually comes and picks me up. I read a little forward on chapter 8. They're making the debut of the engagement, and just the reaction of this one character was pretty funny. But I have to stop myself because we're saving it for the car ride. Okay. There's about like 10 minutes till my brother said when they were gonna pick me up, so I'm going to put all these videos and stuff onto the USB, and then I'm gonna pack those all up, and then I'll be ready to go. I did mean to wake up a lot earlier. I just didn't. I slept in. I had trouble falling asleep in the first place, and then I didn't feel like waking up. Okay, I have to be quiet and quick. I don't know what it is. I need to do a deep dive, like just my own thoughts when everybody's gone, and understand what it is about this book, because yeah, I understand what people are saying. It feels forced, and I don't like, I'm obsessed with the idea, but not the way it was gone about. Their connection doesn't feel real. I feel like we still needed a point in time where the characters didn't like each other, or like weren't like totally in love with each other. They were just indifferent towards each other. Because right from the start, Beau's in the bar and he's like, yeah, she's hot. And then right from the start, Bailey's looking at him, just like, yeah, that's the hottest man I've ever seen. So I wish there was a time where they weren't completely attracted to each other. And if they were attracted to each other, it would have been like Kate and Willa, where they didn't get along at first. I wish it was gone about differently, and I wish it took longer for them to get to this point. And not to mention that after they became like fake fiancés, fake engaged, they don't go out. They're never seen in public, so I don't know the purpose of this because nobody sees them together. They made like 2 announcements. I should also mention one of those clips of me in the car where I had to be silent was me noticing or realizing that Ford Grant, male love interest of Wild Love, was Willa Grant, main female love interest of Heartless. He is her older brother, that they're related. I don't know how I never connected that before, but she said something. They were out for dinner, no, for mimosa brunch, and someone said something about Ford. And I was like, oh, I've heard that name before. They must have mentioned it before. But I'm like, no, that's the main character of one of the other books, isn't it? Because I swear I've heard that name before. And then I'm like, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Ford is Rosehill. And so I like pulled out my book right away and I'm like, Ford Grant, that's fucking Willa's brother. For some reason, I knew they were interconnected. Like the universes were same universe. I just didn't process that they were in the same world, that they knew each other, which is insane. With Bailey, sometimes it feels like she didn't quite know what kind of person she wanted her to be, and so she like is trying to force her to be funny. Like, she says the most out-of-pocket shit, and normally that would be funny, but the way it's worded seems like purposefully, to make it purposefully more dirty than just how it would normally pop up in somebody's head. Her whole thing is that she doesn't have a filter with Beau, because she's comfortable around him, and she's not used to that, so she just blurts out whatever comes to her head. But it's always like really dirty, and like that's fine, but it comes out more dirty than I feel like it would be natural to come up in somebody's head. It only comes out like that when you're like purposely trying to make it seem dirty. New day, wish me luck. Only have a little bit left to go. I'm gonna finish this pretty quickly. Men are out golfing. The women, which are way more than I expected. So my stepmom, my sister-in-law, my aunt, and my cousin, my 2 female cousins, are all here. I think you can start to get an idea of why we need to share a room. And by the way, just me and my stepmom and dad are in this room, but my brother and sister-in-law are in the garage. So my stepmom, my sister-in-law, my 2 cousins, my 2 aunts, and then me.
I used to have 5 dogs.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm aware. With how bad the lighting is, you're just gonna have to stick with it. So I'm done. Just finished it and came upstairs. I wanted so desperately to love this book. I really did. But I had so much expectations for this because I loved both characters. And I just... Okay, before we start going into deep dive of that, the bonus scene, my favorite one. I love the bonus scenes. It doesn't say extra bonus scenes, so I assume those are in every book, but they're Harvey's point of view. They're basically Harvey's love story throughout her journey. The first few books don't have any love in them for him, but it feels like, yeah, we didn't get to see them grow into each other. It feels like they were just always there. It feels like we missed part of the story. But I feel like Bailey's personality didn't need to change for this, because Bailey was a really shy and nervous girl in the other books. This book, she was more confident, but she had no reason to change. There was no like moment that made sense for her to just suddenly change her personality, because that it just doesn't work like that. if you're a nervous or shy person, you can't just one day be like, I don't want to be nervous or shy anymore, and then not be. Something has to fundamentally change, and nothing fundamentally changed for her. Whereas Beau's personality did change, but he had that fundamental change. That makes sense. But it didn't just change in one way. He had like 5 different personalities. And I wish it would have just stuck with 2. Like the one that he kind of showed everyone, that kind of face for everyone else, and then the special ops in him. The military man who has fought and killed before. I would have preferred those 2 different, not just like the 5 different personalities that there was. I almost wish she was that shy, nervous girl still, and that being with him and the protection, and she kind of came to these realizations and had that fundamental change during the novel so that we could have seen it. Also, the ending of this and the plot twist made like no sense to me. She was angry, but I don't understand why. And he was okay with her being angry, and I don't understand why. What happened has nothing to do with her personally. I don't get it. It may have been because I had such high expectations, but I've had high expectations for every book in this series. I knew what people said about this book before going into it, so I had that in mind, and I was still let down. Not that, okay, I feel like I'm being really harsh. I still obviously finished it in 2 days. 3 days, kind of. It was still good. It was still fun to read. It just didn't live up to the rest of her books. But that doesn't mean her writing isn't good and that the story itself wasn't good. I just would have preferred it go a different way. And that might just be the writer in me too. That's like, hey, I kind of like it being this way. I wonder why this way. Chestnut Spring series is officially done. I'm scared. I'm gonna start the Rose Hill series, which is Wild Love. I don't think I'll be reading it tonight. I don't think I'll start actually reading it tonight, just because it's like 7:38-ish. I forgot I also had 7.5 hours in the car yesterday to read that book when I said I was going to finish it today, and then I'm around family and that they tend to, want to actually speak to me and hang out. So I'm kind of surprised I did finish that today, considering how much time I actually got to read. Okay, I did plan to read more tonight, but I ended up getting sucked into another card game, so I'm back up in my room. I'm gonna turn my show on and watch something so long as I don't get dragged back out again for a fire or whatever it is, which I'm excited for. Also, I looked into it. It has a map. I'll show you the map later, but it has a map of just where it is, like compared to Calgary. I'm in the Calgary area, so where Chestnut Springs is to Calgary, which was really cool to see, and where Rose Hill and Gold Rush was to just British Columbia and Alberta, it's cool to see. Okay, I can't stop thinking about this book. First off, everyone in the house is out for a campfire right now, so I am in here alone. But I can't stop thinking about it because I'm so nervous for it. Like, I hope that this reaches the expectations I've set from the rest of the Chestnut Spring series, but I have not heard a lot of the Rose Hill series. Not as much hype as I've heard for the Chestnut Spring series. That doesn't mean it won't be good, though. I'm just a little worried. Okay, ran upstairs midday. I started Wild Love earlier, a couple hours ago. I'm really liking it, actually. Like, we haven't seen a lot of Rosie and Ford together yet, but we have seen Ford and Cora, which I love. Okay, this isn't a love triangle kind of moment. I hate love triangles. Cora is Ford's daughter. Dynamic is actually so cute. Like, I'm in love with that. we've seen like the tiniest bit of Rosie and Ford together, and we're gonna have to see how this plays out. But so far it seems cute. I ran up here because I need to change the flavor on my water bottle, so give me a second. I have high hopes for this. Now that we started, we've kind of gotten the vibe. I have high hopes for it. I think the problem with Hopeless is, like, one of the problems I had with it was that I don't feel like you could just read it. They're supposed to be interconnected standalones, but it didn't feel like you could just pick that book up and read it without completely missing who the characters were. And it didn't really, oh shit, explain it to you at all. Holy moly, people galore. I was downstairs reading, been a few more hours, and 3 more people arrived. One is my grandpa's girlfriend, so that's fine, she's fine. But then I think it's my grandpa's sister and her husband. I'm not entirely sure. They usually come out like every few years, like for one day, so I know them, but I don't know them. And on top of that, 4 people, 3 cousins and 1 aunt did leave earlier today, so technically it's not any more busy. It feels more busy because it's with people I don't know very well. We're this far into the book. Chapter 11. I'm really enjoying this. Oh my god, this is a book where I really just want to like be able to just sit and talk to you guys because so much is going on and I'm like, that's so cute. Or like, it's just small town vibe, not small town people. They both came from, he came from Calgary, she came from Vancouver. A small town vibe, big city people. It's definitely different, but I'm enjoying it. If you guys can't tell, it was like humid as fuck here on Saturday when we got here, so my book's warped a little bit because of the warm weather, the wet, humid weather. Alright. Today, my family is officially now going golfing. My dad did say it was just gonna be me and my sister-in-law here. Everyone else, even the ladies, other than me and my sister-in-law, are going golfing. Which, yes, finally some alone time in the cabin. We're wearing contacts today, so you're gonna have to get used to me without some glasses for a little bit. Me and my sister-in-law will be going paddleboarding at some point later today when the sun's up and it's warmer, but for now, we're getting right into this. Okay, I did come up to change out of the skirt because it's kind of warm when the sun's up, but I also came to get my hat. There is one thing though that I didn't consider beforehand, and it's like, so we kind of know of this, that this girl comes up to Ford and it's like, hey, yeah, you are my biological father. I'm just wondering, because he's like taking care of her while her mom gets help in whatever capacity she needs it. I'm just worried because people get better, so when her mom gets better, is she gonna then stop living with Ford? Or is her mom gonna get worse and she's forced to stay with Ford? I'm just curious at how this is gonna play out. I think me and my sister-in-law will be going paddleboarding at some point. I just don't know when. I'm hoping to get a bit farther than halfway today and then finish the book tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 5th, So then I have possibly 2 days, possibly 3 to finish or to read Wild Eyes before I get back. Not that I'm like, I need to finish these books before I get back. It's just fun to try it. Just to see how much I can read in the time I'm gone. Oh, Cora. Oh, I love her so much. She better be sticking around. Also, yes, I needed to block my eyes from the sun because with the contacts, it was really bright reading on a white page. Cora's being mischievous, and I am living for it. That is so cute. That is just adorable. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm an asshole for its back. And I'm living for it. This far into the book. This far into the book. What the fuck? Okay, I have to move because we're flying too close. We're going too far. I can't tell if he's coming over here or not. He's doing circles. But like slowly getting kind of closer. They finally kissed. Yeah, I am still in the middle of the lake. Because why the hell not? Just almost up there. I'd say I'm about halfway now. I'll definitely get to where I want to be today in order to finish it tomorrow. Bringing a book in a giant pool of water. Good idea? Probably not. We're doing it anyways. Yeah. It's official. I've come to hide in my room. So, okay. First off, I don't think it's even 6:30 yet, so it's really early. We drifted way too far on the paddleboard. Like, we could barely see the houses on the shore here. Majority of our time out there was spent paddling back because we just got so far. I'm gonna read a little bit more, a couple more chapters. This is where we're at. I just want to make it a little bit easier to finish reading tomorrow because I don't think I'm gonna start Wild Eyes tomorrow, depending on how much I feel like reading. But I still want to make that a little bit easier just to finish, hopefully earlier evening. I just realized I didn't talk at all about the book, and I meant to. So before I get too far into this chapter, I just wanted to talk a bit. I am loving this. Like, this is so cute. I'm loving the dynamic. There's a couple moments in here where they're like emailing back and forth, and we get to see the emails. And you know, with their teasing kind of mentality, they're fucking funny. Like, just the stuff they sign off with. I love it. The emails I was talking about earlier, they're popping up again. I freaking love the emails. They're hilarious. But that's what they look like. I understand their worry, but I would do the same. Actually, no. I could not bring myself to even consider the relationship when they've had like the friendship and like just the relationship they have had for the last 10 years. I would not be able to bring myself to consider a different relationship. Anyways, that far in, I am gonna read this next chapter and then I'll go because it's one of emails, and I think we've gone over how much I like the emails. I'm getting annoyed by their stubbornness. That's what I was saying earlier. but I understand why they're being the way they are. Oh my lordy. So I think I read like 2 more chapters than I planned. I'm not far into it. I am gonna put it down because I have both an itch to watch my show and to write, so I feel like I'm gonna do both of them. Sorry for that like insane close-up. I was not paying attention at all. I did get a lamp because my dad came up and said my dad came up and said that I shouldn't be reading in the dark, so he plugged in the lamp and turned it on for me. That specific chapter 30, ended in a way that I couldn't just be okay with ending it there for the night. I needed to finish the moment, and that moment took 2 chapters. Side story, I think I was a little bit grumpy after we came back from paddleboarding. I was tired. Like, my arms hurt, and I had so much sun, and I had contacts in for hours at that point. Like, from 8:30 to 9 till about, I think 6 is when I took them out. Either way, I was physically tired from the sun, and my eyes were tired from the contacts. It was a lot, and so maybe I was a little bit grumpy, and I was a little bit mean to him. So he's been extra nice to me tonight because I'm his daughter. It's like my job to be mean to him, but I think I was a little bit extra mean because I was grumpy, so he's been nice. Okay. We're back at the beach. I'm almost done. I am in the middle of the chapter, but I am gonna stop because I'm here with my brother and my sister-in-law, and I feel like I should actually join them in the water and not be boring. While the sun is still up, I should go swim. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bum my hair up, go in the water. But I'm on chapter 43 out of 44, so I am almost done. I am finishing it today. Hey. It's too dark, so I needed to come over to the lamp. I finished it. It was so cute. I am so glad. After the last book, I was nervous. I was so nervous, but no, reading this one, it was good. It was cute. To be honest, like, I loved Ford and Rosie, but to be honest, I think I loved seeing the relationship between Ford and Cora, like the daughter. That was so cute. It was just adorable. I wouldn't be able to read it if it was like the main focus of the book, but having Rosie in there too, it was good. It was nice to see it all, like both the relationships. All, like, technically it's a triangle. Seeing Rosie with Cora, and then seeing Cora with Ford, and then seeing Ford with Rosie. All of it was just, it was all so cute, and I loved it. I finished this now, so I will be reading Wild Eyes. I'll be starting it tomorrow. I did want to actually... So, Wild Eyes, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to read you the first line because I have heard this everywhere. Like, it's really popular on Book Talk, and I had no idea. But let me read it to you, see if you guys recognize it. The sun is shining, the lake is sparkling, and there's another fucking tourist on the side of the road trying to get a selfie with a bear. Sound familiar? The sun is shining, the lake is sparkling. I have heard that so much that when I like just grazed over that, I was like, that's this book? I had no idea. Tomorrow is Thursday and we leave here on Friday, so we'll get as far as we can tomorrow, and then the rest will be on the 7-hour car ride home. Okay, so it's like 9:30 right now, but everyone's out camping. Everyone's out golfing, except for, again, me and my sister-in-law. I just haven't come downstairs yet because they didn't decide to wake me up before they left this time. Well, they kind of did. My dad talked to me and I responded in grunts, but you know, I'm up now. I had a nice slow morning. I am going to go and start Wild Eyes. so very excited for this. I don't plan to go paddleboarding today because it is friggin' cold outside. Like, I'm wearing sweats and the only singular t-shirt I brought because I was expecting warmer weather, but I might be completely alone. This still annoys me. They put a sticker on it. You can kind of see the gunk that's attached to it, and I can't get that off. I'm gonna try and stop by the optical at some point and see if I can steal an alcohol swab. I used to work at the optical, that's why they would let me steal an alcohol swab. But just to get the stickiness off because it's bugging me. That was one hell of a start. I just finished chapter 1. That was a tense start. Loved it because damn, I was totally drawn in. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Like, I had seen that line everywhere, and obviously, like, I kind of figured something was gonna happen, but I didn't think it would be that bad, you know? Totally off topic and not important at all. I found a spelling error. Can you see it? They have the word out in there twice. It says, meant to say work out a bit of a time, or work out a bit of a plan. Instead, it says work out a bit of a plan. I did just get an update from my dad saying they are on the way back, which is unfortunate. It's like 11 something. I was expecting them to be gone until like 2 o'clock, so they must have gone to a different golf course that opened a little bit earlier than 9:30 because no way did they start at 9:30 and are already done. Okay, so maybe they did go to the one closer. Because I told my dad that I expected them to be out longer. He was like, yeah, there's a ladies tournament, so we got kicked off. They'll probably still be an hour coming home. Everything's an hour from where we are. The closest grocery store is an hour from where we are, or an hour and a half maybe. I remember flying out here because I'm in Saskatchewan and I live in Alberta. I flew out here one time and they picked me up from the airport and drove back. The drive back here was longer than the flight. Also, I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, I was gonna say the writing. I know I like Elsie Silver's writing, but I'm excited to see more of these. We've seen mostly in Skylar's point of view. I'm on like chapter 3, and 2 and 3 have been in her point of view. First chapter was in West's point of view. I already know I like West. I'm very excited to see more of him, but we hadn't seen Skylar before this book, so I am pleasantly surprised with how much I like her. The car did just pull up, so they are back. I am just about to get on to chapter 5. So if I have anything else to say, I'll run upstairs. Also, I was wrong. I don't know where they were, but it only took them like 30 minutes to get back. So. I am living for his children. They are so cute. Just come right back out. That far into the book. The banter is hilarious. I love it. Okay. I should start with the fact that I am loving this. I am this far into the book. I have my 7-hour car trip tomorrow, so I'm gonna save the rest of this for that. Because I was reading the entire way here, I figure I will be reading majority of the way back. Side note, I was reading my book, Hopeless, one of the first days I got here, and I'm like laying on our swing outside, and my dad comes up to me, he's like, yeah, something about reading my book. He asked something about the book, and then I'm like, yep. And he's like, is it smutty? I'm like, of course. Of course. What the fuck? Why would I say that? To be fair, my dad already knew generally what I read. I just didn't expect him to ask so upfront, and so I just said the truth because I was surprised. And so now he's been teasing me about it. Oh, wait. He doesn't really bring other people into it, but he's like, smut, you're reading pure smut. He's like, don't smell at your book like that, I know what you're reading. Or he's like sitting next to me, and like when I'm reading this book, he's like, it's all smut, I can see it from here. And I'm looking at him because I'm a couple chapters into the book, and not even half of what I am now into the book. And he's like, oh, it's pure smut. I'm like, it does not have smut this much this early on in the book. He's like, in the third in the series? I'm like, no, this is the second in the series. But they're interconnected standalones. They're on different characters. So no, they're not having sex this early on in the book. Anyways, yeah, I had to explain spicy books to my father because he thought that was it. From scene to scene to scene was just sex. But so far, absolutely loving this. I don't know, I think I might like this better than the first one. I got a bit of rare alone time, so let me talk to you guys. We're at the gas station. We're about an hour from home. We haven't actually gotten gas yet. That's full, but I've made it so far. I'm gonna leave some of this for tomorrow. I've just been reading so much. I'm trying to get to a good place to end, but every time I get to a chapter, the end of the chapter, I'm like, I want to read more. I don't want to leave it all there. But I think one thing, the reason why I'm enjoying this so much is because she's a singer. Like, she's a country artist. And whereas Ford did have his thing, like the actual singer, I've always loved music, and I was like singing lessons as a kid. I loved singing. And although it's not like she hasn't actually sung anything throughout the entire book. She's tried to write a song, but we haven't seen any of the details with it. And they've talked about making a song, but sorry, I keep checking to make sure my parents aren't creeping up on me, because they're in a different car and they are sitting there filling up their car. They are filling it up with gas. Anyway, just, I don't know, hearing about it and thinking about it just makes me love her even more. Just the dynamic, little country kind of vibe with that also kind of ties in music to it. I like it. I am finally back home. I just unpacked generally kind of thing. I'm gonna take a break, lay down, watch some shows specifically, because my god, I was reading for so much longer than I thought I would. Even after I said I was gonna put it down, I finished a chapter, I did put it down, and then like 10 minutes later I picked it back up again. Without far into it, I am saving this for either tonight after I've had a bit of a rest, or tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so still got plenty of time to do it. I have been visited by the kid like 3 times already. First time was him trying to sneak past me and crawl under my bed. And then he's just bugging me because it's been a while since he's seen me. But he's not allowed upstairs because he has no sense of personal belongings or space, so he like goes through our stuff and moves it all around, so he's not allowed up here. His room's in the basement. Chapter 30. I just finished chapter 31. That is such a cute chapter. Like, I know he's like internally freaking out, but just knowing Sky is growing and just seeing her through his eyes is so cute. It is so damn cute. I'm enjoying it. Gray hair. Anyway, I'm excited and nervous, but I'm loving it. Guys, I think we have the lyrics to the song. I haven't read them yet, but I think we have the lyrics to the song. I didn't think we would. Oh my god. That's so cute. That was chapter 32. I honestly cannot wait for the show because I want to see this song. I want to hear it. Like, as an actual song. I want to hear it. Sorry. What? We know this guy very little. And he's getting married. Who is he getting married to? He's just gotten into town. Okay, I knew there was something going on. I figured they'd have their own book, though. I mean, maybe they will, but they'll already be married. What is going on here? What the fuck? don't know what's going on here. I need to look at the other books in the series because what's happening here is deserving its own book. Chapter 34, Not So Breaking News. I miss you. That's cute. I like that in Chestnut Springs, each chapter was started with like a line of texts from the characters. That there's nothing like that in Wild Love, but in Wild Eyes, every so often there's a chapter of like a breaking news thing that West sends Sky, and it's so cute. I love them to bits. I love Cherry. Cherry's freaking hilarious. This is chapter 33? 34. And Cherry in it. I love Cherry. You can't, no. My drink's up there. I've spilled enough iced tea on that. It's about to happen. Whatever the problem is, whatever the ending thing, it's about to happen. And I'm nervous. I haven't found out what it is yet. They're on a call, but something is wrong. And I'm so scared. To be honest, I have an idea of what it's about. I kind of hope it's something about that, but I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Fuck. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. How did that happen? Who had access? Fuck. My heart dropped. Not for the reason that I thought, this was not what I thought was gonna happen. This, like, I thought I was going to be, like, sad and kind of anxious. I have, like, downright dread. This is... Oh my god. Oh my god. I was right. My heart is breaking. Okay, this is not how I planned this to go. This is not how I thought this was gonna go. It, like, I completely understand it. Like, I don't see a way out of what's going on here. Like, I don't know what's gonna change and what's gonna make this be a happy ending, because I genuinely don't see a way around this. This is, I think, the one problem that I've seen in all of her books that I genuinely don't know a way around. Fuck yeah, Skylar. I've been paralyzed by this for too long. I'm ready for a fight. Yes, girl, yes. I am so excited to see her finally fucking bite back. She deserves it. Okay. That last chapter, chapter 41, loved it. Specifically the end. That was fucking hilarious. Chapter 42, I only got a few lines down, and this is the most relatable thing ever. This isn't a spoiler, so I'm just gonna tell you what it is. It's like, she eyes up the Canada goose. I've been back in Roseau for several weeks and have been dying to get close to one. And then West is like, Skylar, that goose is not your friend. And she's like, then why is he so friend-shaped? I know they look cute. Those things are menaces. I don't live in a town where bears come around here very often. Granted, there has been a couple moose running around my town, but to be honest, I don't know where they came from. But I haven't seen a bear up close. But the geese, you leave those geese alone because they will fucking tear you apart. They are not friendly in the slightest, and they got sharp little teeth. Have you seen the inside of a goose's mouth? Don't fuck with it. Those things are vengeful. They will chase you and they will not give up. So cute. So cute. I'm getting to the epilogue. I'm gonna read it right away, but I just wanted to pop on just to talk a little bit about the ending. So cute. I was a little sad with how it ended, but that last chapter kind of insinuated something that I feel like makes it better. I can't explain why I was sad about it or why whatever happened makes it better, because that would be entirely spoilers. Anyways, I'm gonna read the epilogue. I haven't finished the epilogue yet. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but we get more song lyrics. I haven't read those yet either, but I'm just so happy. I love seeing the lyrics. That was so damn cute. I just finished the epilogue, and we have the sneak peek for Wild Side. Remember, like a couple minutes ago, where I mentioned that I didn't know what the fuck was going on because two characters were getting married, and I didn't expect it. It felt like that should be its own book in itself. Based off of the point of view for Wild Side, I'd say they're next. No idea what's gonna happen there, but I'm excited for it. I'm gonna leave this to read at a later date because I shouldn't be going out to buy more books right now, and I think if I start this, I'm going to want to. I need to start getting ready and stuff because we're gonna go watch the new Spider-Man movie today. I'm so excited. It's been like a week since it's come out, but I've been on vacation for last week. You were there, and my friend waited for me. So we booked tickets as soon as I got back, and we're going to go see it tonight, and I'm so excited. But that does mean we're gonna end this video off here because I have officially finished my 3 books. I'm a little scared to see how long this video is gonna be. I know I couldn't talk much during the first 2 videos, or during the first 2 books, but I'm still quite nervous for how long it's gonna be. Actually, I have a little sneaky project that I've been working on, so I think next week might be a writing vlog, which I haven't done in a long while. I also have one more idea for a video, but that depends because something needs to get here first. So if I get that there might be that for video, but I think we might be leaning towards a writing vlog next week. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'll tell you more about that project in that video. For now, I hope you stars enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Bye bye.